I found functional medicine in 2015 and actually 2016, around in that time. But for the 5 years prior to that, I had had episodes of my face just going into edema. So like a quarter of my face would swell up. It really like looked like Frankenstein, and I felt terrible. So when I first came in and saw Karen, it was such a relief to have her say, we're gonna walk through this until we find out the things that are bothering you. And we just started on the things we could do. Because I couldn't get off the Zyrtec without having my face blow up. But as soon as we got those results back, and I knew that I had a lot of food sensitivities, it was far beyond anything I could have imagined. So even just removing one thing was never going to help me. Anyway, within about 3 days of strictly following that diet, I felt so much better. I was breathing. It was about 2 weeks later, I thought I'm going to skip a Zyrtec. And honestly, I've probably only had 3 since that day. So I was highly motivated to change my diet. There were parts of that were hard to do, but I was in a place of readiness and learning. So she had recommended a cookbook called Healthy Gluten-Free Lifestyle, which also removes gluten, eggs, dairy, all of the big allergens. And so that recommendation was a huge place for me to start. So that's how I got to functional medicine. She took time. I think my first intake with her was about, I want to say it was over an hour. And she just really took time to get to know me and how I was feeling and walk me through exactly what the different markers, of all the time, we had papers full of data for me. So she spent a lot of time walking me through like what each of those things meant and answering my questions. And if she didn't know the answer, she was going to find it, which there were very few that she didn't know. Well, I love Karen. I feel like she is a good friend of mine now, and I feel like she has been down this road herself. And so we have this common experience. It's been fun. I get to talk to her about kids in school and her kids in school, and she talks to me about the next steps for health, and we kind of attack that. So yeah, the fact that she takes time for me to be more than just a patient or a dollar sign is really, that makes all the difference for me. But some cool things is I can go out hiking and be outside and not have to be taking seasonal allergy meds. Like all of those things I experienced for years, I really am free to just go out and move. So I've experienced more energy and better sleep. There's still some things to work on, but yeah. We've talked about everything from depression and anxiety and stress. So those things we're slowly picking at. But I think the biggest one for me is to be able to be outside, out in the garden, out hiking in blossoming sagebrush and have no effects, have that time to enjoy being outside. So I think just because it's been such a life-changing experience for me, that there's more to medicine than just finding the right pill, that it really is about going to the core and figuring out how your body is functioning and taking the time to work through all of that data that is yours individual. So I highly recommend taking that time to learn about yourself. I think the thing with functional medicine is it doesn't come without lifestyle change. So you just need to think about what your priorities are. And if you're ready to prioritize that, head to those spaces that are more than a reaction to what's happening to you. It's